Hey guys, my name is Stan Lopez. Welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to talk about my dividend portfolio that I started a few months ago. I started investing in this portfolio back in January. Slowly, every week, I deposited some money and then let it grow. What dividends are basically is, you purchase a company, buy their stocks, and in return for holding their stocks, you're going to get paid either monthly, quarterly, or bi-yearly with these companies, a fraction of the cost based on how many shares that you're buying. So let's take a look at what I've done this year so far. Today is currently May 26, 2020. So we're going to take a look at my dividend portfolio, and what we're going to look at here right now is the current value based on M1 Finance, and M1 Finance is the brokerage that I'm actually using when purchasing my stocks, just because they have an option where you can buy fractional shares, and that's a big thing when either you're like a beginner investor, because you don't have to buy a full share of the stock, especially um, if a stock costs $100, you don't want to buy $100 worth of shares. You can buy a fraction of those based on what your cash balance is, let's say. So let's take a look at these. I actually have a few slices based on how I broke it down. The good thing about M1 Finance is that you can actually break it down based on each sector of the category of what you're wanting to invest. So right here, I have real estate, I have energy, finance, consumer, telecom, industrials, utilities, healthcare, bonds, and tech. And what I like to do is in each one it's organized. So when I go into real estate, I have all these companies that I've selected so far, right? So this is a very popular REIT, which is a Realty Income Corp. I have NRZ, SPG, Well, IRM, Store, LTC. A lot of these have gained value since I've been investing, and I actually average cost down on them, meaning it doesn't matter where I buy in, and I just basically purchase at the price of that current time. So let's take a look at my value of my portfolio. Based on today, the market actually really went up, and by the end of the day, I actually dropped. But today, the SPY. Let's take a look at that. So the SPY today, this is based on the daily volume or the daily chart. So today it actually opened and it fell. It opened at 302 as the high, and it came down at the end of the day with a low of 298.69. So the market was actually up over the weekend, Memorial Day weekend. Surprisingly, it gained some traction. And the markets was closed yesterday because of obviously Memorial Day weekend. So let's go back to my portfolio. All right, so what I want to talk about today is that when you slowly invest in the market over time, and this is why I like dividends, is that it doesn't matter if the market comes down, the market goes up. These companies are still going to pay you based on how much you're investing in them. So let's take a look at my activity in the last, or the paid dividends since I started. All right, so I started getting paid back in February 6th. So that was when my first payday was from the stocks that I purchased. And what I like about this is that they're pennies, but over time they actually grow into something substantial if you keep doing what you're doing, right? I'm just going to show you real quick. So far, what I actually did was I actually created a Google Sheet, which is a little bit more clear based on what I've purchased over time. I'm just going to show this to you. It's not ready yet. This is just something that I want to share over time. But basically, what I've done to organize myself is that every time I get paid a dividend, I use this tracking sheet, so I don't have to keep logging into M1 Finance. I use this tracking sheet to just basically show me what I've gotten paid for over time, right? So let's say this month, so a little bit more organized, I got paid $10.71. And the good thing about this portfolio is that I connected each one. So see how in January, I just started investing in January. And then in February, that's when I actually got paid. So it started off with $1.55 for the month, and then it increased to $5.73. April was $11.19, and currently at this month, $10.71. I think I'm gonna get paid out a little bit more before the month is ending. And then on this side right here where I'm highlighting, this is based on what I've deposited so far this year. So as you can see, based on the sheet, you know, I've invested in total, I've deposited $8,278.64. I currently have a cash $1,005.60 just sitting on the side. I'm waiting to disperse that just because I think the market right now is a little bit overvalued. So I don't want to deploy this cash as of yet. I haven't found anything that I want to buy this week, so I'm currently holding that much in cash. I'm actually going to be depositing again when I get paid this Friday. What I do is I automatically get, I pay myself first. So meaning whatever I get paid based on what I do for work, I automatically take 20% out of that, and I deposit that into my M1 Finance. What I'm doing with this portfolio is I'm not going to be planning on selling any of these in a long time unless I don't feel like the companies that I've actually purchased, I don't want to keep anymore. There is some companies that I actually purchased back in January, and I actually sold a little bit off just because I feel like they're overvalued right now, and I can actually get them for a cheaper price later on when they come down in value. So just wanted to share something. So with this portfolio, it's saying that it's currently valued at $8,005.73 with a return of 16.89%. Now, with M1 Finance, it's not a accurate percentage. This is just based on their money weighted return of investment. So what I did was I created this sheet, right? And it actually auto calculates for me. I created all the formulas. The great thing about this, it might be a little bit confusing, but so what I did was based on the shares that I currently own, these are all the shares right here. There's a total that it calculates based on what my portfolio return changes based on the percent. So in reality, my percentage of return based on what I've already purchased in investments, which is $7,419.37. My return on rate of this portfolio is actually 7.32%. It's not actually 16. So this is actually the true value of what my portfolio is based on what I currently have invested, right? Based on the gains, I'm actually up $586.34, which is great. Now, the way that I built this dividend sheet is things that I want to see based on, based on what I want to see over time. So everything auto-populates, which is cool. So let me just show you guys an example, right? I'm just going to hide this real quick. And let's say I want to purchase a company based on their dividends. So what it's going to do is, let's say HD, right? So Home Depot. You see how it auto-populated this? The only thing is that I don't like is that it actually lags. It's not in real time when it actually is functioning during the real market hours. So what I have on here is basically, you see how it populates that? It's pretty cool. So I put HD, it auto populates every single column. The current stock price. This is based on what you buy the average shares is of, whatever stock brokerage that you actually use. So this you can actually change. So I just want to leave that there. But based on the cost basis, it has like everything. It gives you the return of yield on this company. It pulls it actually from Finviz. It's another website. So based on this sheet, the payout per year, if I was to purchase this, actually, let me do this real quick. Let me change this back. So let me unhide. Sorry about that. Oh, what did I do? Okay, here we go. Let me just take this for example. Let's take one of my favorite REITs, right? So let me just hide this. Here we go. Okay, so for example, right? I have currently 10 shares of Realty Income. The current stock price on it is $55.49 based on today's close. The average share price I've purchased over time since January is $52.84. The cost basis based on that is $530 based on the average price I bought it at times the shares that I've purchased. And then the current value is $556.80. So based on my average price to what the current price of the stock is today, I've gained 5%, $26.59. So the cool thing of this sheet that I like and how I programmed it is that it tells me how much it's paying me in dividends automatically for this particular stock. Based on the yield per year at the current rate, it's yielding about 5.05%. This company actually pays monthly, which is awesome, right? And the annual payout forward means because they pay out monthly, it's 12 times a year. So what I did was you take the dividend that they're paying out times that by 12, and this is what you're gonna get based on the payout. Right, so currently what I'm getting paid out for is $2.34 every month, and then annually is $28.10. So if I don't purchase any new shares and I just leave it as is, every month I'm going to be paid $2.34 for the rest of, as long as I'm holding these stocks, these shares actually. So I have the frequency at M, which is the monthly. Now, what I did was I have a payout goal. So what I want to do is, because this stock pays monthly, I just put $10 as a goal, and because it pays 12 times a year, that's what I want to do, right? So you times that by 12, it's giving you an annual payout of $120. What I also did was, based on how many shares do I have left to acquire towards my goal of the $10. So I would need to purchase 32.823 more shares in order for me to reach that $10 per month payout. So in total, I would need 42.857 shares, and I'm 23.41% completed based on that goal of $10. I've completed 23%, right? And then I have 76.59 percentage left towards that $10 goal. So if I was to buy it today, or let's say when the market opens tomorrow again, let's say I buy it based on $5.59, which is the current stock price right now at the close, I would need to pay about $1,800.21 to get to that goal of 42 shares. Now, that's the way I like to calculate it, based on, you know, every stock, and it does that for my entire spreadsheet. It does that for the entire all the stocks that I own. So it does a calculation. I don't need to do it, which is great. And that's what I wanted to do, which is like automated. So right here, the 52-week high was $84.92. The 52-week low was $38. Now, from that high, it's down 34.66%, and from the low of $38, it's currently up $46.03. So what I did was I calculated the average price based on the 52 weeks, right? So what I did is basically just calculating these two averages, and it's giving me 5.69 average. So it's well below, it's pretty much at a fair value price, I think, based on the overall value of this company, and which is what I like about this sheet that I created, is that it tells me based on the overall market. So let's say I unhide this entire column. Okay. Oh. Let me unhide this. Unhide. Okay, cool. So I didn't get to explain this side, but for some reason it's not loading properly. But the way that I wanted to show that the dividends, when the dividends are going to get, when the company declares when their next dividend payout is, their ex-dividend date, the record date, and payout date. For some reason, it's not auto-populating this. It's very, very laggy. I don't know. Sometimes it populates it, sometimes it doesn't. It's still, you know, the coding is still correct, but for some reason when it extracts it from the NASDAQ site, it's not letting me, it's not pulling all the information that I need. But anyways, going back to my portfolio, this is what I like to do over time. It gives me, you know, an idea of where or when to purchase these stocks, right? So if I take this for example, okay, the average, and let's see, let me just hide these real quick. All right, these stocks are very undervalued. As you know, American Airlines has been hit just because of the coronavirus, but an average, you know, if this shows me that it's red, that means it's very, very undervalued stock. I purchased some of these while it was red, and actually it's given me a nice gain. So this is what I like to do. I like to make sure that when I purchase these, I like to double check to see if where the value of the stock is at the current price, how low has it been, or how much gain has it been since the 52-week low. And I kind of gauge based on those parameters to give me an idea of when I should purchase these stocks. Now, you know, the data is delayed, but at the same time, I kind of, you know, I've been on the stock market for the last 5 years, so I kind of have an idea of when to get in, when to get out. But like I said, this is a dividend portfolio, so it's just more of buying shares over time and having them pay me dividends every month or every quarterly when they're due. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Just wanted to share with you guys actually my portfolio. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I just wanted to share this portfolio as a diary. I'm not a professional stock. I'm not professional when it comes to investing, but this is just for me to show. It's just for me to have a diary of what I have over time. So if you guys like what you see, if you guys are interested also in the Google Sheets, I'm still perfecting it, but as of right now, I'm going to be sharing it later on when everything is complete. But if you guys are interested in my portfolio, I'm gonna share a link below. So you guys can see where my targets are for each pie that I've selected, the breakdown of percentage of what the cost is, and I'll also just share a portion of all the stocks that I've bought, all the shares that I've purchased as well. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. If you guys did, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on the next video.